Hi everyone, my name is Sandra Bichl and I'm a career consultant at Career Angels. Today I'm sharing with you a selection of job ad gems. And job ad gems, let me show you what that means. A job ad gem, just a second, let me change. Okay, fantastic. A job ad gem or hidden job market gem is a job ad that is difficult to find, that has been curated, meaning that, well, the way we find those job ads is by going through hundreds and thousands of job ads once a week. We go through dozens of websites of executive search consultants. We go through different platforms. We click through the different filters on LinkedIn. So they're really difficult to find, often because they were misposted or the really nice, the really good, interesting information is hidden somewhere in the job ads. I'll show you a couple of examples today. All of the hidden job ad gems are for senior international candidates, and all of them are in English, and you will see that most of them do not require knowing the local language. We post those job ad gems in our group on LinkedIn, Hidden Job Market for Experienced Managers in Europe. Now, a couple of examples. HD is looking for Deputy Regional Director, South and Southeast Asia, Center for Humanitarian Dialogue, so HD. Now, why did we choose this one, and why is this a hidden job ad gem? So, number one, you see that there is this blue easy apply button. Well, you see it exactly now, you can see that, which means you do not have to trick any applicant tracking systems. It is easy apply with your LinkedIn profile that, of course, in an ideal world, you would optimize before applying. You can upload your CV, but there is no applicant tracking system in the background that will look for keywords, etc. So this is one reason. Reason number two, it says Belgium remote, but once you start reading the job ad, you will see this is actually in Singapore. So here the thinking could be maybe they're looking for candidates in Europe and they've chosen Belgium as the location to publish the job ad, but the location itself is in Singapore, which is counterintuitive, but that's how you find those hidden job ads. The only language skills that are required is excellent written, verbal, and presentation skills in English. And as part of the location/traveling, you see that it does say the position will report to the regional director of South and Southeast Asia and requires to travel out of Singapore frequently. So it was either mispublished by choosing Belgium, which is unlikely, so they probably want to attract European candidates for a position that is based in Singapore. Then we have example number two. If you're familiar with the hidden job market, we keep saying our job ads are never older than 6 days or 7 days. They are always fresh. And here you might say, oh, but this says 2 weeks ago, 5 applicants. So why did you choose this example? Because you will see that IWG Bulgaria Remote, this country finance lead part-time, is unique for 2 reasons. One, it is a part-time job, which is very, very rare for managerial positions. And they've published that role in several locations and countries. So they really want to find, either they are exchanging their entire finance team, or they really want to make sure to find the best candidates there are across Europe. And here, those job ads have been published in the last couple of day or two. Once you start reading the job ad, as a part-timer, you can work from home remotely when appropriate. And in terms of language skills, native language relevant to the country where you're based and fluency in English. So that could potentially be a very interesting job opportunity, but hidden because, well, it's difficult to find depending on where you're based. But it seems that they have cast a wide net to find the right candidates. For those who are not that familiar with the hidden job market and our group on LinkedIn, you will see that we have a dedicated remote edition for executives that we publish once a week. Yeah, and it's the remote edition, so those are roles that are 100% remote for those who have been enjoying the working from home part over the last almost 2 years. Then I hope you have noticed that we have also special editions. We have partnered up with an applicant tracking system called Elements that for us is indeed the best ATS currently available on the Polish market. They have agreed to prepare a dedicated version of the hidden job market for Polish executives. And here the edition is restricted almost exclusively to board level opportunities. So we have a dedicated Polish edition. We have also partnered up with a company called ShareHire, where we publish their opportunities once a month. You will see that in the majority of our Monday posts, you will find opportunities from Exparang, which is a membership-only confidential platform. And without being members there, you usually wouldn't see those opportunities. And we have other important or interesting special editions and content that could be of interest for you. Okay. This is a live session. We are now on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So if at any point you have comments or would like to ask questions, please do use the comment section. I do see your questions or comments. Okay, let's move on to example number 3. Edgard Cooper is looking to hire a head of people. It says in the job ad, in the filters of the job ad, that it is a role based in Belgium / hybrid modes. On the other hand, we can see that Edgard Cooper has had this job ad for 3 weeks, and the first publication was based in London. So they might be motivated to find somebody that fits their job description, and there are not that many candidates. So if you're in HR, definitely there are not that many co-competitors. What type of breed are we looking for? We're looking for a highly motivated leader to build and drive our people strategy and shape our organizational structure as we scale and grow. You might have noticed that over the last about year and a half, there are more and more organizations that are in aggressive growth or scale up mode. So there are more and more opportunities that look for people who have worked in startups, who have experience in scale up and growth organizations. They do offer a flexible hybrid work from home, work from office policy. And here the filter was correct. Okay, and example number 4, based in Berlin, Germany. The filter says hybrid, but once you start reading, you will see it's not necessarily true. So PayFit France is looking for head of product design based in Berlin, Germany. only 4 applicants in 1 week, so competition is low. Once you start reading, this is indeed a senior position for somebody with minimum 10 years of experience, that has experience leading a team of minimum 10. And this is a good opportunity because although it is a role based in Germany, they only require English, fluency in English. And knowing what we know about the filter, that it says hybrid, once you start reading it, it actually says work from anywhere, full flexibility to work wherever you prefer, with some face-to-face moments to maintain our culture. So it is, the filter misrepresents what the job ad says. What the job ad says, as you can see. So, and that's why these job ads are so difficult to find, because somebody based in Italy, Belgium, France will not think to apply filter for Berlin, Germany, to find opportunities that are relevant for them in Italy, Germany, France, etc. So we go through those job ads, we read those job ads to find those opportunities for you. Okay. One thing that is also special about this particular opportunity is that they very transparently mention the hiring process. They describe the hiring process with the application validations, HR call interview, and so on and so forth, which is very transparent and happens very, very rarely in job ads. Now, when you click to apply to this opportunity, you will see that it takes you outside the platform of LinkedIn to an applicant tracking system. This one is called Lever. Once you click apply for this job, you are asked to upload your CV and your details. Now, whenever you see that you're asked to upload something either to My Workday, BrassRing, and so many others, Taleo, for example, that means that in the background, there is a high likelihood of a software comparing your CV to the text of the job description. What does that mean? And why is that important? So 99% of Fortune 500 companies use applicant tracking systems. 60 to 70% of ads for executives also go through ATS. And 75% of CVs are never seen by recruiters because candidates very often do not adapt their CV to the job description, or they think they adapt their CV to the job description without really fully knowing what to pay attention to. Let me show you an example. Here's an example of a correctly formatted CV when it comes to applicant tracking systems. You can see it is a simple black and white document with standard fonts, standard bullet points, etc. Now, on the very left is the CV of a candidate that if a human would have seen that CV, they would have said, this is a fantastic CV. For that particular opportunity, I want to interview that person. But because it goes through an applicant tracking system that looks for exact word matches, the ATS says there's only 26% match, do not interview. And now what you can see, the difference between 26, 52, 77, and 85 is what you see in the background, the yellow, red, and green colors, which is adding keywords, exact keyword matches from the job description that are sprinkled throughout the CV. And then all of a sudden, a candidate that would have been rejected because of a low job fit match of 26%, all of a sudden, by adding 10, 12 lines or keywords, becomes a top candidate where the match is 85%. Nothing has changed in the experience of the candidates. We have changed phrasing. If, for example, the job description says recruitment and the CV says recruiting, the software will not see that match. So you have to be very exact when implementing the keywords into the CV. If you want to know how to do that, we have prepared a step-by-step guide on how to prepare an ATS compliant CV. One part of that step-by-step guide is the formal part, the technical part of what not to include in your CV. There are still a lot of applicant tracking systems out there that can't read information that is included in the header, in the footer, in a column, that if there is an active link or hyperlinks, etc. And there are some more advanced applicant tracking systems out there that are able to handle that. So when you apply, when you have your CV that you upload into those applicant tracking systems, it's best to operate under the worst case assumption, meaning that we'll assume to be on the safe side. We assume that the simpler the document, the better. So this is one side of the guide on how to prepare a CV that is legible by the biggest number of ATS currently out there on the market. And on the other hand, that guide will also explain how to go about matching what software to use that is free of charge, how to go about the adapting of your CV to the particular job ads, with also tips on what not to do, because that's important too. If at this point you have any questions, of course, again, feel free to post your questions. Sometimes the questions are come in with a delay, so if I see them later, I will of course reach out to you and reply to your questions through direct messages. Now again, if you want to have access to the hidden job market, send us a request to join hidden job market for experienced managers in Europe. Every Monday late afternoon, early evening, my colleague posts our hidden job ad gems with the remote edition from the previous week. If you're proactively looking for a job, check out also the job ads from the previous 2 weeks. As I've mentioned, the job ads are never older than 6 to 7 days. And if you're proactively looking for a job, check out also our website. You can book a free career consultation with us, completely free of charge, confidential, no strings attached. And you can ask us for a free CV report to understand how you match against other candidates that you are competing with on the job market. And if you think that our know-how and tips are of value, you can thank us by buying us a virtual coffee, or by subscribing and liking our content on social media, on the various channels. For that, we've put together a list of how to thank us. And at this point, with no questions here, I'd like to thank you for watching and joining. I wish you a very good end of the year. This was the last Hidden Job Market live session of the year. Have a good end of the year and a happy new 2022.